Today, we're going to talk about something that can seriously change the game for you. That's time blocking. All right. I know everybody talks about planning, but seriously, it can change the game for you. All right. Let's be real. Running a dealership isn't exactly a 9 to 5 job. Between managing the sales team, handling customer issues, balancing service and inventory, and still keeping up with everything else, man, it can feel like you're constantly being pulled in a million directions. But here's the deal. What if you could stop feeling like you've been putting out fires all day and actually take control of your time? Now, it took me a long time to grasp this. That's what time blocking does. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through what time blocking actually even is, why it works so well for dealership leaders, managers, how to do a time audit so you can actually see where your time is going, and how to plan your calendar so you're productive, focused, less stressed, and just ready to rock. All right, so let's dive into it. Okay, let's start with the basics, guys. What is time blocking? All right, time blocking is all about taking control of your day by assigning specific tasks to specific blocks of time on your calendar. All right, you decide what to do and when to do it before your day even starts. Here's why it works. It helps you focus on what really matters instead of getting distracted by everything that pops up. It makes you more productive by grouping similar tasks together so you're not bouncing around all day. And it lets you set boundaries so you don't get stuck at work for 12 hours just to keep frigging up. All right, we've all been there. For example, you can block out time for your morning meetings, time for customer follow ups, and even time to do a lot walk or inventory check. You block all that out in the morning. When you time block, you're in control of your schedule. It's not controlling you. Okay. So before you can start time blocking, you need to know where your time's actually going. And if you're anything like me when I first started doing it, man, you might even realize how much time you're losing to things that don't actually even move the needle. So here's how you do a time audit. One, for the next 2 to 3 days, man, I want you to write down everything you do. And I mean everything: meetings, calls, checking email, walking the lot, handling customer complaints, even scrolling through your phone. Two, at the end of each day, I want you to group these activities into categories. Okay. So for example, like sales team management, customer follow-up, administrative tasks, meetings, random interruptions, vendors popping in on us left and right. And three, finally, take a step back and analyze it. All right, this is where it gets crazy. All right, ask yourself, what's eating up most of my time? Am I spending enough time on high priority tasks like developing my team or hitting sales numbers? Where am I wasting time or getting distracted? So, an example might be you might realize that you're spending 2 hours every afternoon putting out some fires that could have been avoided with better team communication. Or maybe you're losing time hopping from one task to the next because you don't have a plan. That was me, right? Once you see the patterns, you can start making changes. Now that you know where your time's actually even going, it's time to fix it by planning your week with time blocking. Here's how to do that. One, I want you to start with your priorities. All right. Think about those tasks that make the biggest impact on your dealership. Like, what are the things that deserve a spot on your calendar? For example, morning huddle, morning team meeting, all right? Reviewing the sales numbers, all right? Customer follow ups or training your team. Two, block out specific times for each task. So instead of saying, I'll do follow ups tomorrow, put it on your calendar. Like example could be like, from 8 to 9 a.m., do your sales team meeting and morning motivation just to get them going. Okay. 9:30 to 11, customer follow-up calls. 2 to 3, lot walk and inventory check. You notice I'm leaving some gaps in there that we can sort of fill in. 3, I want you to batch some similar tasks together. Right? Grouping similar activities like, all your calls and all your reports, what we got to run, it helps you stay focused and avoid switching gears too much. Four, leave some buffer time. All right, build in some flexibility for the unexpected, guys. Because let's face it, in this business, things are going to happen and we're going to have some unexpected things that go on. Here's the key, all right? The golden key here. Treat your time blocks like non-negotiable appointments, right? I love the word non-negotiable because it means I can't get out of doing it. If it's on your calendar, it's happening. Okay, and once your calendar is set, the real work begins, or at least for me, and that was sticking to it. So here are my tips to make time blocking actually even work, right? Because that's a big thing that's all over the place is time blocking. How do you make it actually work? Review that calendar every morning. All right, I want you to spend 5 minutes at the start of every day looking over your schedule so you know exactly what's coming up. All right, set alarms or reminders. Use notifications to keep you on track if you tend to get distracted. All right, pull out that iPhone. Be flexible, but not too flexible. All right, if something urgent comes up, man, deal with it. But don't let one issue throw off your whole day. All right, always come back to your time blocks. So let's say you blocked out time for customer follow-ups, but there's a service issue that comes up. Handle the issue, right? But then go back to your follow-ups. Don't let your day spiral into chaos and don't say I'll hit it tomorrow when it's a priority and a non-negotiable. All right, and here's your homework for the week. I want you to do a time audit yourself. All right, write down everything you do and figure out where your time is actually going. Two, I want you to use your time blocking to plan your calendar for next week. Focus on your priorities and keep blocks for what matters most. Three, man, stick to it. All right. Test it out for a week and see how much more productive and in control you feel. Us managers are control freaks. Okay. So watch how this is going to give you that control, make you and put you back in charge of your time. All right. Let me know in the comments or DM me or call me, whatever. What's your biggest time wasters and how you're planning to use your time blocking your dealership? All right. I'm gonna ask you, and I want to hear it. And as always, if you got value from this video, man, make sure you like it. All right, subscribe. All of you, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss next week's video. All right. Thanks for watching. Let's grow together. And as always, win the day.